Hello everyone! Welcome. Welcome, Ahmet. Hope you're well today as well. Why is Isaac alive? Because I like playing Gran Turismo 3. Welcome forward, Shelby GT. Hope you're well. We got a lot to get done. We still got the Dream Car Championship. Why is the car watching the stream? I'm just popular with the cars, you know? But let's get down to business. Let's do this. We're in the Professional League Dream Car Championship, so up against some pretty rapid opponents here. Round 3 at the reverse version of Traumon. And yeah, they're very quick. I say that, I can probably get by them just in a couple corners, but I got it as close to equal as possible for the championship, so we're not completely blowing them out of the water. Usually. KC? Who's KCG? I'm not sure who that is. Or for GT draws cars at least. So we got that going for us. Ooh, a little bit of a nudge. Ooh, alright, gotta be a little bit more cautious. Gotta remember the Zonda, especially on cold tires, it does like the understeer just a little bit. So we gotta be a little bit gentle. Yes. Exactly. I will say, them fighting behind has definitely opened up a little bit of space for us. I say that the Tamikaira has got some great speed. Although I do know both the Tamikaira and the FTO are pretty rough on their tires. So I'm not super concerned about them right now. I know the Tamikaira, it's because it doesn't really have any downforce. It absolutely shreds its tires. And then the FTO and the Impreza race car behind as well are all-wheel drive, which absolutely crunches and munches them rubbers. Although I was definitely expecting the Altezza and the RX-7 to be a little bit closer, as those are probably my main competition. But we will see. I know we finally have a racetrack where we're not doing nearly 2-minute lap times like at Grand Valley or test course. So this is one of the shorter tracks in the game. So we get to enjoy that for round 3. We got four more rounds of the championship here. Round 3 is at Traumon. I forget what round 4, 5, and 6 are, but round 7 is at Côte d'Azur, the Monaco track, which I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite real life tracks in Gran Turismo 3 anyway, alongside Laguna Seca. The crash time gone for playthrough, defeated like 3 bosses. Ooh, nice. So how many bosses do you have left? I'm assuming that's pretty good. I don't know how densely packed the bosses are in Crash Time Undercover. I've never played those games, the Crash Time games. Probably should at some point, but I've never gotten the chance to. Oh, we are starting to pull away now. Also, Matt, are you ready for Brands Hatch this coming weekend? I am super excited for that. I need redemption. I have had so many bad races at Brands Hatch, so I really need to, you know, pull something out of nowhere here. As especially the TGT race, under very similar conditions. I got a meatball. Someone spun me, and then someone overreacted and then just basically super hit me. Crash Time Undercover is awesome. That's recommended. Okay. I gotta see if I can't find like the game in the States to purchase legally. If I can't purchase it legally, I have to find other means, other means to obtain it. But ideally, I'd like to purchase it legally. Alright. Yeah, we have definitely begun pulling ahead. The Tamikaira and the FTO are the main two rivals. And the Tamikaira is already pitted. And I believe the FTO pits a lap or two after the Tamikaira. So probably in 1 or 2 laps that'll be pitting. We'll probably pit around at the end of lap 8 to split our strategy, or not, to split our stints about as evenly as possible to manage a tire wear. It is available in some, okay. Does it play nicely on modern hardware? How well does it play on modern computers? What year was Crash Undercover even released? Alright, yeah, the FTO is spitting, so I was pretty right on the money with that one. Come on, we got a beautiful V12 in the back. That is such a good. I love the Zonda. I know like Pagani has now kind of gone to the Huayra and then the Utopia now, but for me, my favorite Pagani is always going to be the Zonda. I just love the more kind of angular look to it. Plus, also the Huayra is kind of a Chungus. It is a little bit of a Chungus McGee. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. Alright, come on, let's get through here. Let's try to survive. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Crash Undercover was released in 09. But in 2024 got an update. Okay. Very cool. I like that a lot, actually. The fact that they're continuing to, you know, support a game long after release. That is good stuff. I might have to check that out then. Bonk. That is just such a beautiful car. I love the paint job on the Gran Turismo LM version as well. It's a shame the Zonda never really raced IRL. We did get the Zonda R, but that's kind of like a one-off track toy. It wasn't really designed for like any like homologated racing series. Can I stop understeering there? That would be nice to not understeer. But yeah, super awesome. Beautiful machine. It's a shame it never competed in like any like actual racing series. It'd have been cool to see it like compete in like the FIA like GT1 championships against things like the, you know, the Maserati MC12s and like, you know, those types of vehicles. So that would have been really cool, I think. It'll be nice and smooth. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, the Mazda. It's gentle on its tires, but it's not particularly quick. But over these longer races, it does a good job of putting up a fight. I think after this championship, I might try my hands Next time I stream this game, I might do the Japanese GT Championship. And we'll use our trusty Denso Sard Super for that. That way we can focus on, you know, kind of doing some of the lower, I say quote-unquote lower tier. This is an S license event. But, you know, do the ones that don't necessarily require, like, a Group C prototype to win. Get these, you know, get these won first. You know, get ourselves a little bit more moolah, a little bit more money, a little bit more of dinero. I think that would be super useful to have. Yeah, we're gonna be pitting at the end of this lap. That way we can split our tire wear pretty evenly. It is crazy how much quicker the laps are at Tri-Mountain versus Grand Valley. Like, it's a full 20 seconds quicker, so like, if you're doing the same number of laps, it is significantly quicker to get through. And I know we've already done 2 of the longest tracks already. The only other really long track that we haven't done in the championship yet is Special Stage Route 11. Which, on one hand, it wouldn't surprise me if that is the next one we end up doing. On the other hand, there's still so many other options for, like, the track lengths. I guess Tokyo Route 246 as well, but that one has enough high-speed sections that you don't really need to worry about that. I'm gonna get a drink of water. There we go. Nice, nice. All right, here we go. Come on. We are gonna have to catch back up to the Impreza race car, but I think that it's gonna pit again this lap. For some reason, the Impreza race car just absolutely murders its tires, and I don't know why it does, but it does. I thought Crash, I'm gonna cover. I'm gonna configure the. Yeah, that's kind of the case for a lot of the older games. Every time I start a new profile in Flat Out 1 or 2, it takes me a good like 10-15 minutes to get the controls all situated and the game to actually like recognize the controller and everything like that. Because you do need to be a little bit patient with some of those older games. Alright, not a bad lap there. Only lost around 15 seconds with a pit stop. So I will more than happily take that. Because now we're moving again. Now we're moving and grooving. We're vibing. Let's see. Whoa, okay, he brakes super early for that corner. He might be, yeah, he's got like the crazy one tires right now, so makes sense that he's gonna be probably pitting this lap. The Tamekaira is pitting, so I think they're on the same pit cycle. They're probably on the same pit cycle. Oh, almost fastest lap. Almost. We'll see if we can get it a little bit quicker. Yeah, the Impreza's pitting in. We're gonna be starting to lap some of the rest of the field. I know the Mazda and the Altezza, they can't go the full distance without pitting, but they go most of the way without needing to pit. Honestly, if they were smart, they would probably pit at the midway point like I did, but that ain't the case. Whoa, okay. A little bit of understeer there. That was slight error on our parts. Alright, missed that apex entirely. Okay, so the Altezza's pitting. The FTO's pitting. So the Mazda's still out. So the Mazda will probably pit in the next like 1 or 2 laps. There we go. Alright, what do we got ahead of us? We got the Altezza literally right behind us coming out of the pits, which is super cool. We worked hard with that Altezza to get a victory at a test course. That's that when you gotta be bump buddies with somebody. You gotta really bump them and draft them. Oh, there's the Tommy Kyra. It's super quick when you don't have to worry, when it doesn't have to worry about tire wear, but once it does, it basically becomes a non-factor. Just because it absolutely munches through those tires real quick. Oh, okay. All right, we're smooth. We are very smooth. A little bit of a bump. A little bit more of a bump. All right, 3 more laps to go. Let's make them count. Let's make them count. Alrighty, come on. Only car we haven't lapped yet, and we're catching up to it very rapidly, is the RX-7. So let's see what we can do here. There you are. There you are, buddy. Hi, buddy. Alright, 2 more to go. Ooh, big bump there on the wall. I think you may need to change your tires there. That looks like some serious understeer. You might be having some serious tire wear, so be a little bit careful there. Do be a little bit gentle in your car. I say as I absolutely enter the this corner sideways. Do as I say, not as I do, you know? Gosh, I do hope sometime in the future we are able to get an open wheeler. We got basically 2 events left that might be able to give us one. If I may end up using save states. I may end up using save states for the very last event that we end up doing. Just because, holy moly, that is a little bit ridiculous. Like the odds of not getting a single open wheel car when doing all of the all of the endurance races, it's gotta be, you know, like really, really low. Like, quick, can someone that has quick access to a calculator, can you tell me what 0.75 to the power of 10 is? I know some of the endurance races give 3 cars instead of 4, which makes it even less likely that you're never going to get an open wheel car if you do all 10 of the endurance races. But I want to know what the odds of doing every single endurance race and not getting an open wheel car are. Because that is genuinely impressive that we have managed to almost do that. Alrighty, there we go. Hang on a second, I'm gonna look that up after this race. So yeah, it is, okay, so it's not actually that horrible. It's not actually that horrible. It's a 5.6% chance. It is a 5.6% chance that we could do every single endurance race and not get an open wheel car. That is a very small chance, but it is like in the realm of possibility. All right, Tokyo Route 246. You know what? I was kind of on the money. I'm like, it's probably gonna be another longer course, like Social Stage Route 11 at Tokyo Route 246. I was right. Alright, we're in Japan. I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo. If you see it, then you mean it, then you know they got to go. Fast and Furious. Drift, drift, drift. Fast and Furious. Drift. I do know probably at the end of this race, the funny little oil lights, the genie light will come on in our car. Probably. If I were to hazard a guess, I know we did around 100 miles, or a little over 100 miles, in the very first race there. So that one already got us like halfway there. And then these ones, yeah, it's a little bit shorter, but like not by like a whole lot. Like they're still thinking, you know, you're still looking at probably around like 30-40 miles a race. So it's not like horrific, but it is still a decent amount of mileage. Like what is roughly 1 lap here? It's like almost 3 miles. Something like that. Okay, so 3.2 miles, all right. So 15 laps here. 32 plus 1.6. 32 plus 16. So we're looking at around like 48 miles on this race alone. So, you know, not crazy like the 100 miles, but still like a significant amount of distance when you need to do an oil change every like 200 miles before your car decides that it wants to begin losing power. So we can make it probably midway through round 4 of this championship before the magic genie light comes on. Game Alex is making more videos. Yeah. I don't know. I don't always agree with his takes on a lot of things. But I mean, I respect his ability to have an opinion. He definitely seems much more like a gaming enthusiast, more so than a car enthusiast. So, yeah. Don't tell him I said that. I still liked a decent amount of his videos, and his heart's in the right place, but him and I definitely differ on what racing games actually need nowadays. And why modern racing games kind of have their issues. Oh, hey! Speaking of the Magic Genie, we got the Magic Genie! Let's go! Alright, I'm gonna wish for infinite wishes. You think the Genie will let that happen? Probably not, right? Probably not. There we go. Beautiful. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, yeah, we can probably make it to the end of lap 8 here. I know Route 246 does like to wear that front and left tire a whole lot, because you get a lot of high-speed right-hand turns that really like to shred your tires. But we should be mostly okay. There we go. Beautiful. I gotta be a little bit cautious, a little bit careful with our machine. Okay, a little bit spicy. A little bit spicy. Oh, little bit of a love bonk there. Gotta be careful of the love bonks. The love bonk is a little old place where we can get together. Love bonk, baby. Alright, down to the gears. There we go. Alright, so we are almost a third of the way through this race. Absolutely tearing up these beautiful Tokyo streets. Honestly, I kind of like to visit Tokyo one day. But outside of Tokyo, honestly, I'd love to visit Osaka as well. Osaka just seems like it'd be like a really fun place. Where it's kind of like a little bit more looser than Tokyo and everything, a little bit more kind of like a party atmosphere. I don't know, it seems like fun. Kurayori, welcome! Yo! Hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been good. Happy Monday. Right now, we are in round 4 of 7 on the Dream Car Championship. And we are absolutely making a splash. We are putting in lap after lap. Absolutely shredding the competition. And kind of shredding our tires too. Our car, the Magic Genie light has come on our car. So we're down a little bit on power. but that is a-okay because we still got 12 cylinders. We got 12 pistons firing. If one of them goes, oh well, we still got 11, right? That's why you build in redundancy. Note, genuinely, please change oil frequently on your vehicle. Make sure you follow the proper maintenance procedures and maintenance scheduling and all that stuff. I beg you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been a PSA from Isaac Umbras. But yeah, no, I absolutely love this track though. Like, it's got a lot of good mix of the high speed corners, low speed corners. It's based off of like actual real life roads as well. And it's really cool is the start finish line is right by the Honda headquarters. So it like, Polyphony really like, okay, yeah, we do want to have a street circuit in Tokyo, but how do we really make it like, you know, tie into like automotive culture as well? And so they decided to have it literally raced by the Honda headquarters. And like they have like for each of the games that Tokyo Route 246 shows up in, you have like the most modern Hondas parked like right out front of the headquarters, as well as the updates on their like robot and other like things they're working on. Oh, what is the Honda robot called? But yeah, hang on a sec. We're gonna be passing it right there. No, there, right there, to the left. Right where all the Honda signs are. So the second intersection after the second intersection after the start finish line. If you look to the left, you can see the Honda there, and you can see all the cars, like the brand new Honda vehicles parked there as well. And it's really cool. That's why so many of the Honda will make races in Gran Turismo 3 and 4 GoPow use this track. Also because, yeah, it is Japanese, but also because it literally, you know, this track has direct ties to the Honda heritage. Honestly, it'd be kind of cool working in the Honda headquarters. Like, you got this beautiful, like, kind of green space area and everything. A lot of, like, parks and all that stuff nearby. Like, it's genuinely really pretty. Like, they did a really good job of, like, you know, kind of, you know, capturing the high-tech feel, densely populated, but still kind of, like, green space feel of Tokyo here. Very cool. Oh, the Impreza's pitting. Ironically, though, in this race, there are no Hondas. There it is again. Alright, we'll be pitting this lap. Oh yeah, front and left is starting to die a little bit. Our front left is starting to fade a little. You can see it in our times as well. So 133 the last lap. That was a little bit slower. The tires are beginning to fall off a bit. So we are going to absolutely send it into the pits. Get ourselves some fresh rubber and then finish up this race. Then we will only have 3 races left. One of which is Côte d'Azur. What are the other 2? If I were to hazard a guess, I'm probably gonna say maybe one like earlier game track. Maybe either like Midfield, Deep Forest, or Apricot Hill. And then the other track probably gonna be like Special Stage Route 11. If I were to hazard a guess. Jaden, welcome. Hope you've been well. Really nervous with the Ginetta G40 Cup? Nah, the Ginetta, you know, it's a fairly, you know, it's a lightweight, it's an agile car and everything like that. It is a great learning vehicle. I highly recommend, you know, driving that, getting used to it, really learning how to drive it and everything. What game are you doing that in? The G40 Cup? That's what, Basis Header Corsa, right? Yeah, that's like Basis Header Corsa, right? But nah, don't be nervous. Just make sure you get some good practice in. Make sure you watch some laps and everything. Ask any questions you need to. Alright, we are gonna have to get past the Impreza again, but that's alright. That is okay. Yeah, okay, cold tires, cold tires. It's gonna take him a little bit to warm up. Go some laps at Cadwell Park, okay. Damn, signing her up with a hard track. Love how lively but not uncontrollable the back end is. It's gonna be an AMS, okay, okay. I'm not as familiar with AMS too, so I'm not gonna be as much of a help. But yeah, Cadwell Park, the big thing there, you're gonna wanna get a really, really good qualifying time. As it's not too many good places to make an overtake. So practice your one-shot qualifying, and then practice your starts, because those two things would be killer. After that, you know, make sure obviously you can, you know, keep it consistent. You don't have any major off tracks or anything like that during the race, but like you don't need to necessarily have like the crazy fast race pace. Because Cadwell is so narrow. Like it's basically almost exclusively nowadays like a motorbike track, because everything else is genuinely too wide to race there. So that'll be interesting. Are you racing on the full circuit or are you racing on one of the smaller circuits? I can get some opportunities on turn 1 in the downhill left hand. Maybe, but again, you're gonna have to really make sure then your run out of the final corner is perfect to get the overlap needed for turn 1. It's only the full circuit. Okay. So you got like the crazy uphill sections as well. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I do wish you the best of luck though. Don't die, don't crash. If nothing else, pressure people into making mistakes. Because Cadwell is... It's been half-jokingly called the Nordschleife of the UK. The mini Nürburgring. And, you know, they're not entirely wrong. They aren't entirely wrong with that. It is very narrow. Very tricky to get your corners right. So yeah, I do recommend definitely, you know, making sure you get your quality times as like good as possible. And then make sure, is it standing start or rolling start? Either way, make sure your starts are like lightning quick. Clean but lightning quick. Because otherwise it's gonna be tough to make overtakes during the actual race. I feel like the main strategy is stuck behind the guy in front and just be like, pretty much, yeah. You'll find that for a lot of like the tighter British tracks. That's kind of the strategy. Like at Brands Hatch, at Oldham Park. You know, like that type of stuff as well. It is very much a, yeah, I am right on your tail. What are you gonna do about it? You know, maybe make it kind of look like you might go for a move even in inopportune spots. Get like really close to the rear end without touching them and everything. Just to really put a lot of pressure on them. And that might get them to crack. But it is tough. But it's a fun track though. It's one of the few tracks you can get airtime on. That's actually like the way to do it as well. It's gonna be 3 15-minute races, one Cadwell, one at Mons, and one at Guapore. I'm not familiar with Guapore. That one I'm not as familiar with. Where's that one? That sounds like a Latin American course, maybe. Anyone in chat, if you want to help me out with Guapore, I'm probably butchering that. Guapore is. YouTube is buffering. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Try refreshing the page, see if that works. Sometimes YouTube is a little fuck you with the live streams, and it requires like a refresh to get it working. What is? I gotta. All right. Remind me after this race to look up what Guapur is, cause I wanna see what the heck that is. I haven't heard of Guapur yet, but if I can nail the uphill chicane exit. Yeah. Maybe. Again, I've not really done any like actual like league races on Cadwell. I've done time trials and stuff like that in certain games. But I've never actually done like any non-AI races there. I do wish you the best. I do absolutely wish you the best then. Oh, little bit of a tap. Little bit of a tippy tap on the Altezza. There we go. Alright, we still got a ways to go before we catch the Mazda, I think. Although we got the straight line speed for it. If this should not be in the one with the one with the blue ships. Okay. Yeah, depending on when that is, because I do have a race this Saturday as well. But either way, make sure you let me know how it goes. I want to see how you do it, how well you do. But yeah, welcome to sim racing leagues now. I do wish you the best of luck. And hey, if Track is ever doing like an ACC league with like that features like the BMW M2 or like the GT4s and stuff, that might be right up your alley as well. A little bit less complex, a little bit less crazy with the setup than the GT3s, and you usually can, you know, you get a lot more time to react and really, you know, battle it out and everything. I especially like the M2s in ACC. Those are particularly fun. For me anyway. Not everyone likes them, but I really like them. As it feels like, you know, kind of like a one-make/touring car race. Very low downforce, very almost like road car based. But it's fun though. I really highly recommend it. If you can find like racing leagues that do the M2 as well, that is a great car to like learn a lot of your driving, you know, your racecraft in, your you know, your how to be quick in. Because it is a car that definitely tells you when you're overdriving, when you're pushing too hard, when you're, you know, being a little melon behind the wheel instead of being a racing driver. It won't like absolutely try to snap and kill you like prototypes will if you're overdriving, and it won't mask your mistakes like a GT3 will. But it'll still. It'll still, you know, complain and be very, very vocal about when you're making mistakes. That's a good car to learn, for sure. That and honestly the Ferrari Challenge in ACC is another honestly genuinely great learner's car. These two are probably the two I'd actually recommend for like people that are, you know, want to really improve their racecraft and skills. Caterhams are really bad. Yeah, well the Caterhams have the almost solid axle. Like they got a semi-independent rear suspension, and they got most of the weight like shifted rearwards with their fronts, like massive front overhang. So they are super lively at the back end. Midnight, welcome. And I see Diddy got sentenced. Yeah, I know, 4 years, bruh. That is not a lot. But hey, yeah, at least he got sentenced. 4 years and 2. Oh, those extra 2 months really hurt. Yeah. It's more than a combined. You're not wrong. But ow. Anyway. Racing. But yeah, no, definitely recommend the M2. The M2 is my personal favorite for like learning ACC. But yeah, I love the Ginetta. I'm not expecting to finish dry, but I just want lasers to learn. Yeah, for sure. No, I get that. I get that. Alright, I gotta look up what Guapore is. Where that track is. My gut is telling me it's somewhere like Latin America. Like Mexico, Central or South America. And I wanna check and see if my hunch is right. Oh, it's in Brazil. It is in Brazil. Honestly, it's a nice little track. Looks a little bit narrow, but you can still get some overtakes getting into so here your best bets are probably and Tunnel as like your main overtaking spots. Radiator's probably a single line corner. And the S's might be a little bit spicy. But I mean, it looks like a fun little track. You got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 total breaking points to memorize. That's not a whole lot. We're probably looking at, you know, maybe like minute 10, minute 20 lap times. Maybe minute 30 in the Ginetta. I'm not sure. I've been sent with college. I can imagine. Yeah, you're approaching the midterms, not midterms. You're approaching kind of like the final, like second half stretch. What did I say? It is midfield. So the next one's probably gonna be Special Stage Route 11. But yeah, I do wish you the best of luck. This is the October, November stretches when college kind of gets a little bit spicy, and then in December you have like your finals and everything. So yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I do wish you the best. But no, you got this, man. Best of luck. All right, everyone's still bunched up, so we gotta be a little bit careful. Oh, okay. Little bit spicy there. Down to the inside. You use that V12 power. Gotta be careful with the V12 heft though. It does like to absolutely kick its booty out. There we go. Wonderful. Give me a little bit more speed. Do not tend to lock out a spot for the entire series, but I race when I can. Wait, so the 3 races, that's not the entire series? Or like they on different days? So like this weekend's Cadwell, another weekend is Mons, and then a third weekend is Guapore. And so that's pretty cool. You know, you get like a fairly short, you know, time frame then, you know, kind of, you know, a small window you can set aside then to do the races. Because it's probably like what, like maybe one-shot qualifying, maybe. It's all on the same day. Okay, so what are the other like events of this series then? That's weird. They're doing three different races on 3 different tracks on the same day. You think they do like 3 50-minute races with like a continuously reversing grid on the same track each day? This is kind of closer in line with what kind of like a lot of like touring car and like a lot of like the junior like British series do. Nice and gentle. And I might just say series is month. Ah, okay. That might be the case. But that's the case. End up being a nice little one-off. You know, you do for like 2-3 hours, depending on how long the practice and qualifying sessions are. Although, holy moly, those are 3 very, very different tracks. You get Cadwell that's almost claustrophobic even in the little Ginettas. You get Monza that's with a mile-long straights and everything. With the Ginettas, the little Ginettas gonna be like maxing out, balance out the rev limiter and everything. Lots of slipstream battles. And then you got Guapore that's kind of like an old school style track where you can still like get some overtakes done. Gosh, 15 minutes are gonna invite chaos though. Do be safe in the Monza turn 1. That is, you know, Monza turn 1, Monza turn 2. Pretty much Monza first lap. That is infamous for just death. That is infamous for death. So, do be careful. Alright, 108.5. It's a pretty good lap so far. This will probably be the quickest of the Dream Car Championship races. As this track, you get some like really rapid laps through. I hope if they do add midfielder raceway back to Gran Turismo, the newer Gran Turismos, they don't try to change it up too much on the layouts. Like, yeah, modernize the rest of the surrounding area and everything. But like, please keep the track the same. I don't want some weird like Tilka chicane out on the final corners that is basically turn 1 and 2 in the reverse version here. Like you can have it flow. Plus, everything doesn't necessarily need to be like esports dive bomb type of tracks. Deep Forest. Like, honestly, like, they just kept it the way it is with, like, the modernized, like, they took the Gran Turismo 6 version and just continued to modernize it with, like, lights and, you know, like, you know, more things, you know, around the track and everything like that really kind of, you know, makes it feel more lively. I think that'd be the way to do it, to add, midfield into the modern Gran Turismo series. At least that'd be my thoughts on it. You know, having like the trailers and everything be in the paddock, having people kind of like walking around on like a walking trail, or in certain parts of the course, almost like you know they do at like Road America. You know, adding in like the marshal posts and everything with them waving the flags and all of that stuff. Adding in the Formula 1 style like lighting system, you know, with that. Adding a bit of like the ambience of like the loudspeakers and everything. Like that would be pretty cool. I think. You already have a good baseline. You could probably improve it further. But like you don't necessarily need to change the track all that much. Like yeah, it'll be very quick lap times. Like you're probably looking at like 1:05 lap times in like a modern GT3. But like, so that's fine. And you're probably looking at like sub-minute lap times on like a modern prototype. But like again, so that's okay. You can have tracks that are shorter. It'd be good fun, I think. Alright, 2 more laps and then we're pitting. Gotta balance out the tire wear. Alright, let's just keep it going. Let's keep it moving. Ooh, okay, new fastest lap. I'll definitely take that. Okay, little spicy. Little spicy. We got this. We're good. Yeah, we are absolutely schmoovin'. Like, it is fun though, having like all the you know, having some of the shorter races and combined with the longer races. It adds a little bit of the variety. Like, I am glad they don't just feel like at the very end they're not like, oh, let's have all the longest of the possible tracks in every single series. Although their overuse of test course is a little bit rough. We're still vibing. We're still... Hang on a second, I do apologize. Someone is... Oh, yeah. Anyway, we're good. We're moving. All right, not too much further. Not too much further. We got a pit stop here, and then we are vibing. Alright, I gotta move to the left. Alright, good. So we'll have some more clean air. We don't gotta worry about any back markers for a little bit. Alright, we're moving. We are moving. Alright. So we got a lot of clear air here. We got some fresh tires. We're doing pretty good, actually. So this is race 5. So after this, we only got 2 more races on the championship. And one of those is Monaco, which I know is probably like around like minute 28-second lap times. So I am curious to see what the semifinal race is. I believe that one might be, if I were to hazard a guess, that one's probably Special Stage Route 11. Just because it is an S license championship, and near the end of the game, they do more heavily weigh the championships towards having longer and longer tracks. But it could still be alright. It could still be alright. So let's move. Yeah, we're doing great. Absolutely great. Just nice and smooth through here. Yeah, okay. Surprisingly, the RX-7, I haven't pulled that much of a gap on it, despite this being much more of a high-speed track. Granted, we did also just pit, so we might see more and more people pitting now. We might get a little bit closer. Plus, that's only about half a lap away. There or thereabouts. And we are absolutely pulling a gap on them now, so we may be able to get a little bit closer. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So every sector, it's like another 2 seconds. So we might be able to get closer to that, the Mazda. Potentially. We need to basically get 30 seconds in 4 laps. But the Mazda might pit. The Mazda might also pit. Yep, another 2 seconds there. And our tires are pretty fresh. They'll hold on to their grip for a little while longer. But surprisingly, despite the fact that this is one of the shortest of the tracks, the Mazda is actually, you know, holding on pretty well. That was only about 1 second. So we need to kind of extend ourselves a little bit. All right, there we go. New fastest lap. That'll really get us closer to the Mazda. Yeah, 34 seconds. So we got some capability. We got 3 laps to go. We're gonna have a lot of blue flag cars coming up here shortly. So let's see. Let's see what we need to do here. Yeah, 36. Alright, the FPO's pitting. And the ZZ2's pitting. Okay, so we got more clear air. I'm not sure we're going to do it, chat. We got 2 laps to go. I'm not sure that Mazda will be pitting. Damn, near identical lap time as well. 107.7, 107.7. 107 the Zonda. We play nothing but V12s, V12s, and more V12s. This ain't your grandma's car. Waking up to ash and dust. Ooh, okay, big jump in time. That is good. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I can definitely tell that the Zonda is a little bit down on pace. The engine is a little bit less rev happy, but a little bit down on power. A little bit sluggish out of the corners. But we got 2 more races to go, so we can do it. We can do it, chat. We just gotta be extra cautious. Alrighty, come on. Come on, be nice to me. Be nice to me. Yeah, nope, the Maz just passed the finish line. Ah. Not enough. Not enough here. Damn. Pain, Pecco. Max pain, Pecco. Alright, that's still not bad though. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Alright. Next race. Please don't be a special stage driver. Be another shorter track. I am begging you. I am begging you. I am begging you. I am begging you. Are you fucking kidding me? I swear I'm not looking at what the races actually are. I'm literally just making educated guesses. This one's gonna take a while. Hey, we got a cool night race at least. Oh, this is gonna be literal death into the turn 2 chicane. I already know it. Yep, they're all bonking. Adachi, welcome. Oh, sorry, I've been all good, man. I totally get it. You know, you got stuff to do and everything. A lot of commitments. How have you been? Hopefully you've been well. Hopefully you've been good. Hopefully all has been well with you. Ow. But it is good to see you here. Welcome to the stream. Oh, everyone's bonking the Tamikai. I will say that the forward drive nature of the FTO and the Impreza are gonna make these opening laps a real pain in the rear, as they get a lot more acceleration out of these corners than we can. So that's gonna be a little bit tricky, but they are gonna absolutely crunch and munch their tires. So we should be okay-ish, I think. Oh, that's a little bit of a tap from the Impreza. All right, come on. Yeah, 2 minutes. So this is gonna be a little bit. We're in for a bit of a haul, I think. We're gonna be in it. We're gonna be in it for the long haul. But that's all right. Come on, I need to get past the FTO. There we go. Alright, thankfully the V12 beats the four-wheel drive. Thankfully. Alright, come on. Let's keep moving. We don't got a whole lot of time to waste. Back again to the left. Ooh, little bit spicy with the wall. Little bit spicy with the wall, but we're good. We're trying to work to get money. Ooh, okay. Hopefully that time was well spent. Hopefully, you know, everything was good with that. Hopefully got a nice payout from that. Alright, come on. Gotta keep moving. Let's see if we can get there before 150. No, not quite. Granted, we did get slowed down a little bit by the FTO, and now our tires are finally actually up to temperature. So we will see. We will see how well we can do this. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth through the turns. Oh, it's complicated because to avoid the fees, I take it out through steak. Oh gosh. The steak kick Sauber F1 team. I mean, as long as the check cleared and everything, you know. Sometimes you gotta, you know. It's a little shady, but you gotta, you know, do what you gotta do. Put food on the tables. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't fully trust some of the different like money processing apps and everything. But I am also like very paranoid. If I takes that 5%. How much does steak take out? How much does steak end up taking out? That was a little bit slower. That's not good. I was hoping the lap times would be a little bit quicker. This is gearing up to be about a 30-minute race. Oh boy. You want to get 30%? Jeez. So they take out the rest? That is a ripoff. That is a ripoff. I guess PayPal they make. No, it's 30% plus. Okay, the math ain't fully mathing there. The math ain't fully mathing. Okay, so if you put in $100 to stake, you get like $30 on top of 100. Yeah, but like, at what point did they make? Where are they making the money then? Like you don't get shit for free in this, you know, in this world. People were doing that and using crypto to avoid the fees and crypto. Huh. Like how is that beneficial for a stake? Because they gotta have the service with the process of transaction and everything like that. They gotta have, you know, all the encryption and everything to make it secure. It's stakes, so they put it right back most of the time. I mean, I guess it just doesn't seem like it makes economic sense from like their perspective. There's gotta be an angle. There's gotta be an angle, I think. And they change it now. You gotta do 3 times of what you're earning to take it out. Oh. You still get a profit. So like, as you're adding stuff in, are they then just like investing it? And that's how they're able to like, give you more money, like a bank does with like CDs and like all that stuff. I'll have to look this up more. Like, if you do $20, you don't have to do 60, and you still get the... Ah, okay. I don't know, it just feels shady. Basically, you gotta gamble to take it. Ah, yep. Okay, that's where the shadiness comes from. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll pass. I will pass on that. Thank you. Grazie, ragazzi. No, thank you. Wouldn't recommend it. Steak is crazy. Much people casually saying that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, like the thing with gambling is like it's designed in a way so you lose money. Like they literally have people, like casinos literally have people, statisticians and everything that'll calculate what the average person will like lose in a playtime, and that's how they calculate like how much they're gonna price everything else. Like it's so consistent with like, you know, like the stats that like they're able to do like other free stuff to add on top of it, because like those are just the loss leaders to get people to gamble more. Like gambling is a losing game, basically. So that's why I don't even play the lottery. That's just it's basically gambling, but instead of the house, it's basically like an additional tax. The lottery is basically a tax on like low impulse control buyers. I know that sounds mean, but like that's kind of how it is. That's basically what the lottery is. It's just state gambling. What even do you say for there? Basically get back $140 picking up whatever, and yeah, I guess that part's okay, but like still, and bored people. True. But I mean, if you can't entertain yourself with other means, you know, like I personally I don't see the thrill of it. Yeah, no, exactly. Like I'm not like the only time I kind of like would even be a betting man is basically like if it was like a betting against a friend and like a test of skill or whatever, right? Like, hey, bet I can do this better than you can or whatever. Loser buys the winner lunch or something, like that type of stuff. Like betting against the house, I always lose. What's it for crypto being volatile when? Yeah. Like, can you imagine, you know, you got to eat, you pay with crypto. You gave like a 20% tip. Then like the waiter comes back, sir, you gave me 130% tip. Don't even bet with others. Only people I would trust. And even then it's like, you know, kind of smaller, lower stake stuff. Like again, like the winner buys loser buys the winner lunch or something, like something silly like that. Welcome, Sakura. Rather still lunch money make profit than game. Yeah. Although it was funny how GTA Online, when the casino thing came out, how many people basically became like gambling addicts online with that. Like there was so many posts of like, help, I lost all my money. Thankfully, they don't let you buy the chips in GT Online with the shark cards, but still. Alright, come on. We got this. We'll be pitting this lap. I forgot the other N on that should cash out windscreen mirror. Yeah. So basically, if you do make like a profit on that and everything, like a certain amount profit, they'll pay out extra. Basically, keep people like gambling and everything like that. It's a loss leader. Because more often than not, people will lose more than they win. Alright, into the pits. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to blow my nose so quick. Alright, let's move. Second half of the race. And yeah, we are looking at just shy of 30 minutes for the semifinals of the Dream Car Championship. Welcome back. Yeah, I thankfully the pit stop was perfectly timed. I had a I had to blow my nose, so we're back. We are moving, we are schmoving, we are vibing, we are driving. We got no problems here. And we are gonna continue to have no problems here. Cause we vibing. We vibing. Alright, through the chicane. People were going through Coinbase Cash App and using crypto. Oh gosh. See, people were trying to find all kinds of ways to scam the system as well. Damn. I mean, I don't blame them. At the same time, like, this is why we end up with the laws in place, because people can't self-regulate. Alright, a little bit spicy there. Little bit spicy. No, they just don't like to see. I mean, that too, yeah. But like, my personal point of view is don't like it, don't play it. Like, I don't think I've ever set foot in a casino. It's just not my thing. Come on, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth through the turns. I'll have to see if we can't run a faster lap time than the 151s. I think it's safe there. Yeah, that is one benefit, but still, it's kind of shady. Yeah, yeah, that is true. That is fair. They do take the other options. They do take a little bit more muns from you. No, I get that. I totally get that. Like, I'm not judging type of like, it is basically, it's one of those things where it's like outside of that 30%, like I personally don't see any reason to use it outside of, you know, gambling and everything. And even then, it's still, I don't know, I find stake sketchy. Plus also the deliveries and everything like that on the race cars are pretty terrible. The Steak Kick Sauber F1 team with the obnoxious, like, gamer fuel green. I mean, Miatas are pretty reliable. And I mean, how can you say no to that cute little happy face? Cash out gift cards at the sell them and trust a random nothing. Yeah. Yeah, no, gambling's not. It ain't for me. Alright, only got a couple more laps to go. And then we'll be on the final race at Côte d'Azur. Hopefully it's a 15 lap race and it's not like something crazy like 25 laps or anything like that. Hey yo, car? Alright, what car are you looking at? What kind of car are you looking at? Now you have fully piqued my attention. I think I posted this one. You might have. I'll have to double check that. Oh, he was asking about it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think... Granted, I haven't checked the Discord since the stream started. But, yeah. I'll have to check that out later. Yeah, honestly, a scooter and moped would be pretty good. Especially like in a more urban environment. You know, easily storable, so it's less likely to get like stolen or damaged and everything. And honestly, they're pretty easy to maintain as well. A lot of them, especially like some of the two-stroke ones, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to, you know, work on. Just some basic, you know, some basic tools to help you with that. And something happened to a bunch of cars. I don't know, but it was crazy. What's a Roddy or a GSD? Wait, GSD, is that like gunshot damage? Well, the car sellers are also true. Yeah, that's kind of a universal as well. Some honest John's car dealership. Oh, Rottweiler, German Shepherd. Oh. I am so... Rottweiler, German Shepherd. No, all good, all good. For a second, my mind was like, wait, is that like damage to the... Is that like a type of damage to the cars? That like I just don't know the terminology for. Okay. Yeah, no, that actually makes sense. One of my coworkers at the place I'm working at has a service dog, and he's such a good boy. He's such a good dog. He's like super friendly, but like is like really calm as well. So like kind of come up to you, and like he's almost cat coded in a way. He'll like come up to you and like headbutt you, and like almost like ask for head pats. And then when you do that, when you do give him head pats, he's like, yes. Yes, I like this a lot. And the place that sells cars here is like going to Resident Evil 4 and talking to the shady guy selling. What are you buying? What are you selling? Hi, stranger. Alright, come on, gotta be a little bit careful. Only 2 more laps to go. Oh, we are making it. We are vibing. We are vibing in the race car. Maybe vibing in the race car. And we should have clear air for the final 2 laps as well. So let's do it. Resident Evil 4 moments. Hey, look, I still want the Dami Mommy Vampire Lady from Resident Evil Village. I'm just saying. Would 100%. Cost $202,000, but I bet the lemons. Some might be. The used car pricing nowadays is all kind of out of whack. Like, I bought my Corolla for $5 grand back right at the start of the pandemic. I don't have it. She's gonna do something I can't say on stream. True. But I mean, worth it. It's been 5 years since you last played Resident Evil 4. Ooh, okay. PC mods in Resident Evil Village is amazing, especially with Big Mommy. Yes. Oh gosh, there's way too many. There is way too many mods for Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil Village. I think Magneto had the best one. He bad too. I don't know, I'm just saying, like the Resident Evil girls, both the on the hero side and on the villain side are quite nice. All's on sin. Anyway, final lap. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's absolutely send it. One more lap. Joe Valentine. Yeah, Jill's great. But personally, I'm a bit Ada. Ada. 100%. Although the master of unlocking herself is also really good. I don't know, but it's anyone who got to the ugly one. Wait, which one's the ugly one? I would have to see again. But I mean, Ada, 100%. would play Smash Brothers with her. The other guy, the other one. The doll one? Oh, the nasty other guy. Yeah, fair. Yeah, okay, fair. Most of them are pretty nice, though. Fellas are... I mean... Maybe. She kinda crazy, but in a fun way. Magneto, ugly dude, mommy dummy, and her kids. True, yeah. Ada smash, Joe equals Mary Claire. What about Ashley? Oh god, it's 20 laps. Why is it 20 laps? Because Ashley's kind of a sweetheart as well, especially in the remake. She's a little bit less annoying than in the main game. Ashley's side chick number 2. I don't know. For most of them, you can make the case for best waifu. Japan is just really good at making good waifus. Ow, hi. You wanna keep bumping me? You melon? Absolute melon. The meloniest of melons. Oh gosh, a 20 lap race. This may legit be a 30-minute race as well. We'll have to see. Sakura gonna end up like the one scene with the nice. Aw, rip Sakura. It was nice knowing ya. Alright, so let's see. We're looking at probably around minute 30 lap times. Probably. We'll have to see in a couple laps what I'm averaging at. I know we're probably at the pit. We're definitely at the pit, so probably lap 10, at the end of lap 10. Gosh, man. It is crazy just how long these end game championships will take. It is crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room with rubber rats. And rubber rats are enough to make a man go crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a shoebox. A shoebox on the 21st of September. The 21st of September makes a man go crazy. I will say I can't wait till the next September 21st. I want to see what Gigi does again. I want to see what she does in her streams. Okay, so yeah, minute 31, so that's better. Tomorrow's the start of the NHL. Go Panthers. Go hockey teams! Hope they all have fun. Hopefully no injuries. Hopefully everyone keeps most of their teeth by the end of the season. Not sure what route they are going with Resident Evil now because they have another new protagonist. Yeah. Everyone is a lot older. Resident Evil MILFs. Now, honestly, it'd be kind of cool to see how they take it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't normally do like horror and that type of stuff, but I do watch like other people stream it, and because I like the story and everything. So it'd be super cool to see what path they take. Ow. Alright, that was painful. That was very painful. I don't do hard, but I want to try Silent Hill F. Yeah, I've heard that's a big change from like the standard Silent Hill formula. But I've heard people say decent things about it. Resident Evil 3 Remake is left. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that one's not as good. That one's not as good. So hopefully they do well with the new Resident Evil game. Alright, come on. Let's do this. We got some space. We got lots of space. We got plenty of time as well. We're just kind of vibing around Monaco in a Pagani Zonda. I am absolutely loving this. It is just really, really fun. I think 8 is like in the 40s. Hey, yo. Say no more. Smash. We like older women. Look, all I'm gonna say is I don't care. I'm gonna channel my inner Benjamin Franklin. I am gonna channel my inner Benjamin Franklin. And that is how we're gonna do it. I like how chat immediately went silent after I said that. Look, Benjamin Franklin was a G. All right. The crazy stuff that he did and wrote about. I got a lot of respect for the man. Dude was the OG MILF hunter. And I can't say I disagree with him. Okay, for the new Silent Hill game, looks promising. Yeah, hopefully it does well. We're kind of getting a revival of like the horror genre again. And well, I don't like playing horror games. I do like watching other people play them. So it is good to see, you know, potentially new things being added to the formula to really make it terrifying. Benjamin Franklin is the original founder of... Exactly. The dude was an absolute mad lad. Nice. Alright, we're moving. We're vibing. Alright, little bit of a tap there. Ever so slightly. We're doing alright. We are doing okay. Not exactly the best line through the hairpin there. We're slowing down just a little bit. But it's nothing major. Like, I think we'll be able to make it to the end of lap 10 before we need to make the pits. Like, we're still running very, very solid lap times, very consistent lap times. And honestly, like, the rest of the field is all bunched up together as well over there. Like, they're doing surprisingly well. Like, even the Tommy Kaira is still in the lead. Which is really, really impressive, all things considered. But I guess it makes sense, you know, here on this track. One, it's hard to overtake. Two, acceleration is the way to go. You want the crazy full drive grip and acceleration. So yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. That actually tracks. That vibes. What F? Yeah, the new Silent Hill F. I think is what he's referring to. I'm pretty sure. Am I buying? I'm personally not buying. I don't play horror games, but I like watching people play horror games. But I don't do well playing them myself. I tend to panic and make very, very stupid decisions. But I find it enjoyable to watch other people play them. And I genuinely enjoy the story of horror games too. But I am a little bit of a scaredy cat. Yeah, and Sakura. Yeah. Sakura I think might be buying, but I would definitely probably be watching it. Some streamers play it or what have you. Alright. We're good. We're vibing. Alright, there's the Impreza. So they are already at a not so great pit cycle. They're gonna have to pit twice. But it is a fairly quick car, so he might be able to catch them back up, but we will see. I'll probably get it 2 weeks after launch to see if it's good or not. Probably a smart decision. You know, wait until reviews come out and everything. Wait until people you trust have, you know, played it and reviewed it. That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. Bonk. Little bit of a love tap there. Little itty bitty of a love tap. Digimon's coming back. Really? That's pretty cool. Well, I guess maybe not coming back per se, but like, you know, re-entering kind of more of like the mainstream. Interesting, interesting. Very cool. Alright, so Tommy Kaira has pitted, so it's probably going to have to pit one more time. So Tommy Kaira may not necessarily be able to win the race. My money then may be on the Altezza again. But I don't know. Like, the Tommy Kaira is very rapid. Has a new game and anime. Ooh, very nice. Very cool. Started buying games 2 weeks after launch due to the Halo 4. And the last was part. Yeah. I got burned for Cyberpunk 2077, Mass Effect Andromeda, and partially Gran Turismo 7. I got such a love-hate relationship with that game. It does so many things right, but then it drops the ball on so many other things. Yeah, Last of Us 2. Like, they tried to jerk themselves up about how like, you know, artistic they were and how they had something meaningful to say. But, like, the game is basically a paint-by-numbers revenge bad story. Like, literally the first game, which was just trying to be, you know, a good game and a good story, had a lot more to say than the second game did. Oh, we should have pit then. Yeah, we definitely should have pit because we were right in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. So I can't believe that I pre-ordered Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, big rip there. I mean, like I said, I pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077. I bought like the collector's edition of that. Which is... I did love Edge Runners though. I did genuinely love Edge Runners. It's not like how some games have like Mario Party, Halo 4, and Last of Us Outside the Walls. Yeah. Honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing like some of the games that's eventually having like the GTA 6 posters and everything. We're getting close. We're getting genuinely close. It's only like 8 months away. Assuming no deadlines. No, not deadlines. No delays. I am praying for no delays. So I really want to play that game. I hope I don't get burned. I mean, that's Rockstar. Like, have they ever made like a bad game? I got the original Mario Galaxy post from GameStop like based. Dude, get that frames. That we can, you know, properly hang it up. That is a piece of like gaming history. That is awesome, man. Delays mean a good name. Sorry, delays mean a good game. Cries in Cyberpunk 2077. Cries in Duke Nukem Forever. Was that the one that got delayed for like years? At this stage, I'm more likely to believe that delays just mean delays. Alright, through the chicane. There we go. Moving! Come on, I gotta get past the RX-7. There we go, up to the inside. I'm gonna get the power out, get the power down. Alright, I got 2 more vehicles ahead. And I am still not quite seeing the Altezza. Duke Nukem really sucked after that 15-year development. Yeah! That was crazy. 15-year development hell. Like, okay. All that waiting, like, oh, the poor Duke Nukem fans. Unoffensive was fair. Like I said, like, it's not necessarily universal one way or the other. It's basically at this stage, delay just means delay. Alright, the Altezza and the Tamikaira are fighting. But they got blue flags. Oh, the time we got past the Altezza. Please stop bonking me into the wall. Alright, I gotta find a way past them. That's a downside. Monaco is genuinely a tough track to like actually pass and make an overtake on. Oh, well, okay, that makes it one. That makes one. Alright, come on. Come on. We got 7 more laps to go. We can do this. We got basically 10 minutes left of the race. Yeah, the Imprezza's spinning again. No surprise there. No surprise there. We're vibing. We're moving. We're grooving. Oh, okay. A little bit of a love tap there. But we got this. We got this. Ooh. Nice. Nice and smooth. Chun-Li's. Yes! I mean, them thighs though I would totally get helicopter kicked by her. And I mean, yeah. Chun-Li is just based. You like the other Chinese Judgment girls too from Street Fighter? A little bit. Everyone is mommy. Nah, Kawakami from Persona 5. She is 120% mommy material. Would. Absolutely would. 100% would. Alright, nice and smooth through here. There we go. There we go. Oop. Back again to the left. I will say though, I do genuinely love this track. I just wish it was used in more than just open wheel racing. Like, I know it's actual city streets and people would like actually live here. But like, genuinely this track could be great for like TCR racing. You know, getting a bunch of like the buzzy touring cars side by side through it. Like, that would be super fun. Make it happen. There's a bunch of them, mostly Chinese tools and Tugos that no current issue, but fair. Alright, take care for Chobi GT. You have a great night, alright? Thanks for coming by the stream, I appreciate it. Yeah, we very shortly, in only a couple of laps, in only a couple of minutes, we will be seeing what kind of vehicle we get for the Dream Car Championship. I want to say that it is cool racing all these like high-end race cars around Monaco, though. Like imagine like looking out your window and seeing things like, you know, you like crazy like heavily modified like FTOs and like Pagani Zondas and like all that. That'd be super cool. Like yeah, a bit more heavily Japanese biased for what is, you know, a little European country. But like it's still awesome. Alright, chat, if you could pick one car, and one car only, to race around the Monaco street circuit in anger, doesn't have to be a Formula 1 car, but it can be a Formula 1 car as well. Could be a road car, could be a race car, could be any real-life car, right? What would you pick? What would you pick? I know me personally, I would probably pick something like the Hyundai Elantra TCR. I think that'd be really, really fun. Not a Chinese car. Fair. I say as I pick a Korean car. But no, like a TCR would genuinely be really, really fun around here. Smart with the Domino's pizza sign on its roof. Oh, you're gonna try to recreate the Citroen Ami rollover? Alright, we are vibing. Smooth. Smooth and steady wins the race. 2 more to go. 3 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna take us a little bit longer than 30 minutes to win this race. But that is alright. That is A-okay, I think. And then we will have 5 championships and 2 endurance races left. Not much further. Not much further. Granted, those are going to be long-ass championships. But that is okay. I am okay with that. I am okay with that. I vibe with that. I vibe with that. 100%. Okay, there we go. Oh, alright, little bit of a love bump there. Little bit of a love tap there. Nothing major, nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, smooth. There we go, get past the Impreza. 1 more lap to go, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, put your hands together. Big push to the finish line. Let's do one more lap of these Monegasque streets. Let's do it. Alright, a little bit of a love tap there. Nothing major, nothing to worry about. Gosh, this is such a beautiful area, though. It's like a fun one to have back in Gran Turismo 7. Although, it'd be much harder to write around the licensing now than it was back in the 2000s. As, they're a lot more strict about the license. How did the smart car roll over? So it wasn't a smart car, it was a Citroen Ami, which is basically a battery-powered golf cart-like electric car, right? And basically they try to go too fast through the downhill Lowe's hairpin, and it caused it to roll over. So don't do that. There we go! Last race! And we have won it. Any apprentice pitting. Ooh! Atami Kaira is actually came in second that race. I'll take that. Alright. Moment of truth. Let's do it, chat. Hey! Beautiful. Alright, prize car. Prize car. Prize car. Wait, there was an open wheeler there! Are you kidding me? No! I already have one of these anyway. Ah! This game is such a tease. Because the French car didn't have enough. Yeah. Not enough Eurobeats. This is what, a 10 race? Oh boy. Yeah, that is a 10 race series. That is also a 10 race series. This is the next one. Feeling that was gonna happen. Damn! So yeah, next one is the All Japan GT Championship. We'll be doing that one next. Oh, I got robbed. Bruh. I saw an open wheel car there. It is just a kick in the balls. But let's see how far we progressed. 89.1%. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. So let's switch to the where is it? Where is it? Beetle, ba-ba-ba. Denso Sarid Supra. Yes, this is our ace in the hole. Make sure we just have a good oil change just with the start. And then we will use this for the next race series. But I'm gonna save the game now. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We got absolutely horribly robbed. But I'm gonna be ending this stream now. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what we're doing well in the comments down below. If you did not like the stream, please let me know what I'm doing so I can fix in the future. With that being said, I've been Isaac Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever time it is for you, may it be a great time. And I will see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye-bye!